We started this way back in 2012 and we helped create the category, quite frankly. And I think it came from realizing that there was a need for proof of performance for brand advertisers, and that wasn't served in the way that TV was being run back then. So I think there's been a big shift in brand advertisers realizing that actually you can measure TV performance, and if you can do that, you can then work out how to optimize TV. So I think we've gone from that as a realization back in 2012, 2013. And now we've seen the industry move on, and I think obviously the last couple of years you've seen deterministic and the advanced TV stuff come in, and so we do all of that. We help both advertisers in countries that you can't get that data set, and we help show what works and what doesn't work, and help them improve and optimize their TV campaigns. And in the US we can do both. We can do both, take connected TV device data and take our approach, blend it together, and then show how TV actually works for them and help them improve performance.
So what are the elements in that data set that you use?
So our approach is we drop a pixel onto our client's website so we can look at the response, be it website, be it apps, be it SMS, be it phone. So we're looking at really what is the response and then what's the downstream purchase. And then we take when the TV airs, and then we look at how we can look at a lift that TV is produced because of the these spots that have run. Where we can take in deterministic data, we can just enhance that and provide more information, not just on the lift, but also on the audience and which demographics are working for them. So we can do both, which is the beauty of our approach. Is if you have the connected TV data, that's great, but if you don't, we can still offer instant value.
So tell us the media that you follow. Is it the scope of it? It's connected TV? Is it linear? Is it digital?
We do all. So predominantly linear right now for most of our advertisers is where we started, but we help them with OTT and VOD as well.
Great. And tell us about the range of clients and the people that you work with. Are they on the buy side, the sell side, the programmers, agencies?
So we work with all. We started very much direct to brands. So we worked with the brands in the back in 2013, 2014. We found that it was the forward-looking brands and a lot of the DTC brands that really grabbed TV attribution and ran with it. So we've got a lot of great brands like Credit Karma and Expedia, brands like that have really helped shape this space. And then what we found was the agencies started 2-3 years ago really started grabbing on with TV attribution as well, and they they're looking at how they can retain clients and win new business by showing that insight and showing how they can optimize TV. And then lastly, what we're now seeing is obviously the media owners and the broadcasters, they're now looking at how they can actually use proof of performance as well to retain their market share in terms of that advertising dollars. So we're now seeing the full range of the ecosystem looking at TV attribution and how they use it.
And getting back to the direct-to-consumers, that's a big hot topic.
Yeah.
We're speaking to a bunch of folks about it at the VAB and at the IAB, and sort of everyone's talking about it. What is the expectation of the direct-to-consumer brands, and what do you think their impact will be on the TV industry?
So I think, it was actually, when I started the company, it was one of the insights I saw even back in 2012, 2013, was that you had this anomaly back then that the fastest growing part of the TV spend was coming from e-commerce companies and direct-to-consumer companies. And that was always fascinating to me. So I think all we've seen now is that just accelerate. And the reason DTC brands are doing this is because TV works. It helps them get their message out. They get an unparalleled reach very quickly using TV. And it amplifies their digital advertising as well. So I think TV is perfect for those sorts of brands. And from what we've seen with our clients, and we have a lot of DTC brands, they get the results they're looking for. So I think it's a perfect marriage.
Great. And just tell us a little bit about what you do for MVPDs and the distributors. What are their needs in particular, and how do you provide to them?
So I think what we've seen, a couple of years ago, we started working on the sell side and the broadcasters in Europe. So we've got a number of broadcasters we work with in Europe, and I think they were quite early in realizing that proof of performance to prove that TV advertising works is going to be key going forward with how you sell TV advertising. And I think now we've seen the same in the US. We're working with a number of MVPDs already. We're working on a number of the broadcasters as well. And I think they recognize that, again, if you want to kind of support TV advertising and grow it, you need to show the advertisers that it works. That proof of performance is now, I think, is accepted across the board. You can do it, it works, and therefore, why wouldn't you give your advertisers proof that what you've got works?
And finally, in our business and my coverage, I meet a lot of companies that are doing TV attribution. It seems to be a very hot sector.
It is, yeah.
And maybe you were a few steps ahead of it, but there's certainly a number of players. Could you just explain in a way, kind of what differentiates you from other companies that claim to provide attribution?
Yeah, so I think as you said, we help create the space. So we're global from day one. So we work with brands that are in 30, 40 countries, and we can give them one solution that works everywhere. So because we're not depending just on connected TV data sets, we've got a solution that works everywhere. As we add the connected TV data sets, it means we can provide a more enhanced solution that will be great in the US, but it still means we can offer something that works in Chile or in Saudi Arabia or in Brazil. So I think that's first thing, is that we're global. The second is, I think, our hybrid approach of taking both advanced TV data and our own solution means that we can provide a scale and a range that others can't. And also, the third thing is, when you then talk about MVPDs and talk about large agencies, we've got a platform that allows us to onboard clients really quickly, really simply, and provide a full end-to-end solution.